Hi guys, welcome to this short video demonstration I'm making on this G6 camera review. Camera review. So I'm going to sort of basically just show some features on this particular mobile phone in terms of camera, and just give you some tips in terms of the quality of it, whether it's worth a buy in terms of maybe your photography. So it's the G6, LG G6, sort of demonstrating. I'm not demonstrating the phone itself, just demonstrating the camera features and giving you some insight in terms of the product. So if I open up the box, this is the phone. So it is a lovely, actually it's a really lovely phone in terms of the way it's made. Okay, so it's got a nice finish, as you can see. Okay, so really nice finish. So let's get onto the camera. Okay, so if I tap on the screen and just open up the camera, and what you'll see is all the various basic features on a camera like this. And you've got like basically auto mode, and in auto mode you've got auto, square, a manual for photography and manual for film. Okay, so we're gonna leave it in auto, and then you've got sub mode. So if you click on the sub mode, you've got time lapse, you've got slow mo. So if you like to make slow mo film, for example, you've got snap, and you've got pop out. Pop out is basically if you take a picture, it creates kind of like this silhouette type thing around the frame. Now if I go to the auto mode again, and I click on the sub mode, which is the mode, you've got panoramic, you've got auto, you've got food shots if you're into food photography, you've got some basic tap and take a picture basically in a sense of in terms of what's here. If I go back to auto mode, you've got this thing called square. So if I click on that, what it does, it gives me a viewing of the picture here, so what's been taken. So if I put my safe hand there and I take a picture of that, okay, so if I take a picture of that, shall I do that again? Sorry. So if I take a picture of that, it gives me a live view over here, which is quite a nice feature if you are an Instagrammer and you want to see how your pictures are looking. Okay, so if I go back to my square mode and go to actually no, I'm going to go back to auto mode. Within my auto mode, if I click on this tab here, I've got these various filters that I can use. So if you want to click on that one, for example, I can apply a filter to the environment, whichever one might be taken. If I want to turn it around, like any other phone, just click on that and it will turn it around so I can see what's going on in front of the camera. I can turn it around again. Now if I click on auto mode and I go to this little cog over here, I've got some other settings here that are quite useful as well. Got HDR. Obviously HDR it captures a richer color with more frames within the image, which gives it a more high contrast of color. You've got cheese shutter. Basically what that does is if you have that enabled, and if you take a picture, so if I go back to mode and say cheese, there you go, it takes a picture. Okay, so if you want that feature switched off, just click on your little cog up the top, go to cheese shutter and just switch that up. You've got your grid, so you know your rule of third grid. If you want to put that on, you've got a signature, so that's quite a nice feature. And if you click on the actual letter, it will give you an opportunity to create a signature for your phone as well. Okay, so you got these filters which are useful. You can change the viewing of your camera as any other camera. It does basically any other camera. You get your flash on, auto, which is that little tab there. If you got it in auto and you got it in manual, you got it in auto mode, you can also go to mode and change the various features within here. Now if I want to shoot in auto, manual, if I click on the manual tab, now what happens in the manual tab, I get my ISO, white balance. So if I click on, say, this one here, I can change the speed of the shutter. Okay, so I can increase and decrease it, which is quite useful if you want to sort of play around with the shutter speed and maybe you're taking pictures in low light. You got your ISO, so you can increase and decrease the sensitivity of light. You got your white balance, the temperature of the light content, so you can play around with that, and also you've got your f-stop as well. So if I go back to manual mode And at the moment I am, if I click on this little cog tab here, I can change the camera that I'm using on the front. Okay, so I can change it from a wide angle to a standard camera angle by clicking on that tab here as well. So those are really essentially your manual features on this particular model. I have to admit, I have been playing around with this a little bit, not that much to be honest. I am a little bit rusty to be honest with it, and what I've found is it's really good in you know, sort of natural environments. So if there's lots of natural light and if you shoot in auto mode, the quality is pretty good. But if you're in sort of artificial low lit environments, I have to admit it doesn't really sort of kind of capture images that well, and it's a little bit grainy. And I've been shooting in auto to be honest. I'm not really fiddling around the settings. It's been in auto. I've not really changed any of the settings in here. I've just had it in auto. I've not had slow-mo. I've not done 360 panoramic. I've not done food shots. It's just been in auto. And I have to admit, in low light, it's not been the greatest. I'll just do a little demo just to show you what I mean. Okay, I've got this this kind of flower arrangement here, and I've essentially, and there's a lot of natural light coming through these windows, and I'm just going to take a picture of this environment, see what it actually looks like. Okay, so I've got it in auto mode, and I'm just going to take a picture of this. And again, maybe. Okay, so I've taken a few pictures in really good light. Let's see what the pictures look like. Okay, so hopefully those pictures are, well, hopefully you think they're good quality in terms of in good light. Try taking a few if you've got this phone in low light and see what you think. I've still got a few reservations in terms of the quality of the actual camera on this particular model. And I'm sort of, the phone's great, the build quality is great. It's definitely a premium product, but my reservations are in low light and the graininess of the quality of the images. But in good light, if you're using the wide angle, you're shooting at 60 frames per second, you're filming, it is pretty decent quality. Even when you blow it on a large screen and you're watching it back in real time, it's not bad. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it's been useful in terms of this this LG camera review, and any questions please post on this channel, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.